Have you ever wondered how professional sports bettors make money? Let me show you. Today I'm going to talk to you about some games that I'm looking at in baseball so you can see how we run our process. So I'm going to go through the entire MLB slate, and this is basically how we've been doing this professionally for over 3 years. And the partner that I have for sports betting, he's been doing it for 5 years, so it's a total of 8 years combined experience. I'm going to go through the entire baseball slate today. I'm not going to go in extreme detail of everything because it's going to just take extremely too long. So basically all you're looking at right now is the scraper goes out and gets the last 10 days of data for each team. So then that's playing today. So each team that's playing today. So for example, right here is the Nationals going against the Orioles. So it goes out and says, what has the Nationals versus the Orioles? What happened the last 10 times they've played together? As you can see right there, 6-4. So it says Nationals 6, Orioles 4. Then it goes out and does individual teams. So it says, what has the Nationals done in the last 10 games? And then what has the Orioles done in the last 10 games? So then you kind of compare the notes right here. And like you can see immediately, the Washington versus Orioles, they've gone 9 games on the under in the last 10 games. So that kind of stands out immediately to me. But then you go on the other side right here, and it says the Nationals have gone on 6 on the over and 3 on the under in the last 10. And then the Orioles have gone 7 on the over and 3 on the under. So all of that combined is kind of a wash, but I'm still looking at the under on this game. Actually it's a wash, so I'm going to leave it alone just because this 9 is so heavy. So okay, that's for the over unders, but then you look at the 6 and 4, 5 and 5, and then 5 and 5. So I'm basically skipping this game. There's no reason to force anything. Now, just so you can see what I'm looking at is the batter data. As you can see right here, this pitcher, the opposing pitcher against the Orioles is Jake Irvin. So he has 8 wins, 10 losses, and then he has all the pitcher information. StatMuse, it didn't pull any information for the pitcher because there is no information. So that's why it's all zeros there. If there was information, so here's the example of the opposing team. The Nationals going against Trevor Rogers. You can see all the batter data right here. I'm not going to bore you with all these details, but it is a lot of information. So I'm not going to, again, we're skipping this game just because of this data right here. But if you needed to dig deeper into the analytics and stuff, it's all right here. So the VIPs, we've done already 15 units for the week. If you're interested in receiving information of all the plays that we post, we do all this research for you, and we just basically give you the play. So if you don't have time to look at all this analytics and all that stuff, we do this every single day professionally. So the link is in the description. It's called VIP. And then also if you want all this information, then we have that under data scrapers. Okay, so you can see all of that in the description if you're interested in that. Let me keep going on the game. The next game is the Chicago Cubs versus the Guardians. So right here you can see it's 5-5. The Cubs versus the Guardians, they're pretty even when they've played each other. And then we got the Cubs 7-3, and then the Guardians 3-7. So it's actually lopsided. So the Cubs are 7-3 in the last 10, and then the Guardians are 3-7. So I'm definitely going to look at the Cubs today. So I want to go back in here. We actually looked at this yesterday. I did not place that bet, but I don't know who won. So anyways, that's the Cubs. So I just want to write that down. Now I'm going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to leave it alone for now, okay? That's all I'm doing. I'm just writing down. The other thing I want to do is I do it by steps, so step by step. So right now I see that the Cubs kind of stands out to me. That doesn't mean I'm going to place the bet. I'm just writing it down for now, okay? I'm going to keep going. The next game is the Marlins 5-5. Again, Marlins 5-5, and then Phillies 5-5. So that just means that there is no clear indicator that I should go with any of these games, or I'm sorry, anything in this game. So then you look at the over-unders, 5-4, 6-4, 6-4. I'm going to skip this game. Okay, let's go to the next game. Cardinals 5-5, Cardinals versus Reds is 5-5. Cardinals in general is 5-5. The Reds is 6-4. That's not very consistent, showing that the Reds are that good. And then I'm looking at the over. So over unders. So 4-6. No. 7-3 is great, and then 7-3 is great. So both of these teams have gone on the over. But then you look when they've played each other, it's 4-6 on the under. So I'm going to write it down, but it's not strong. So I'm going to put Cardinals versus Reds on the over. Okay, and again, it's not so strong because of this 4 on the over and 6 on the under when they've played each other. But I'm going to just write it down for now. Let's keep going. Mariners are 3. So the Tigers is the one that's 7-3. So if this was the Tigers was on this side, it would be 7-3 for the Tigers. Mariners are 4-6, and then the Tigers. So the Tigers right here, what you can see is that the Tigers, when they've played the Mariners, they were 7-3 against the spread. And then you go over here, and then the Tigers in general, not playing against the Mariners, they're 7-3. So this Tigers is very strong, especially with the Mariners being 4-6 in the last 10. So this, what I like to do here is I like to notate that it's the Tigers, and then I'm going to put heavy. What that means, again, that it's a stronger play for these reasons. Again, it's 7-3 the last 10 that they've played each other, 7-3 in the last 10 games in general, and then the Mariners are 4-6. So Tigers have a stronger play here. Now, just a quick little analysis. I'm not going to go into it, but this would be an information where on the next step you would look at, the opposing pitcher against this team. So right away, this is the batter data right here. As you can see, they've gotten a lot, not too many hits. Here it is. Here's all the batting averages, the hits, and all that stuff here. And then there's also, if you look at, there's 8 losses, 8 wins with this pitcher, ERA of 3.13. So already the pitcher is looking good against this Tigers. So anyways, that's not all the data we're looking at. This is just the information that I just want to show you here that's on the spreadsheet. Also gives you, he's giving up 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and 5 innings against the Tigers. That's just one game. So that doesn't say a lot, but it's very important to look at the pitcher. Then you also look at the injuries. And then you look at the Mariners on the other side. So you can see the ERA with Skubal. Skubal is the amazing pitcher. So already the Tigers are looking amazing. Plus with Skubal on it, I'm going to definitely put the Tigers again. I'm going to make this even more apparent that it's something to look at for sure. Okay. And right away, Skubal, you can just look at these numbers up here. It's ERA of 2.57, 13 wins, 4 losses. I already know who this guy is, so I already know that this is an amazing pitcher, and the Tigers are looking good. So more than likely, I'm going to place this bet with the Tigers. Actually, let me go through the whole slate, and then I'll show you. I'm going to do the rest of the research on the Tigers themselves, and then I'll stop the video at that point. But let me go through the rest of this slate, and then I'll look at the Tigers, and then that's it. Okay, so let's keep going. Astros is 5-5, 5-5. Tampa Bay Rays is 6-4, so that's nothing. And here's the unders. You see, 7 under, 6 under, 7 under. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to copy this, and I'm gonna go like that, and then I'm gonna say Astros versus Rays on the under. All right, let's keep going. 5-5, 4-5, 5-5, nothing there. So look right away on the over. So 6 over, 7 over, 8 over. So I'm gonna grab this game and look on the over. Athletics 5-4, 6-4, and 4-6. So nothing stands out to me. And then right here it's the 6 on the over, 7 on the under, 8 on the under. So I mean, again, this is sort of a wash because when they've played each other, it's 6 on the over and 4 on the under. But then over here it's on the under and then on the under. So it's pretty much a wash, in my opinion. So I'm gonna just leave that alone. All right, now let's go to the next game. 7-3 for the Royals, 5-5, and then 7-3 on the opposite. So it's kind of a wash. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's keep going. 5-5, 4-6, 4-6. Okay, then again, there's no clear indicator on the over or the under. All right, so here we go. Dodgers 7-3, Dodgers 4-6 in the last 10. No. All of this, okay. So right here it's over, and then this is pretty even. And when there's a missing number, so like 5 and 4, there's a missing number out of 10. So what that means that it was a push. So there was no over or under. So that's why there's a number missing there. So anyways, right here, I'm gonna go with the over. So it's Dodgers. Who are they playing against versus Brewers? Over. Okay, let's keep going. 5-5, 6-4, 5-5. All right, none of this is clear indicator for nothing. Okay, there's no clear indication here. All right, let's keep going. 7-3, 5-5, 4-6. No clear indication anywhere. 4-6, 3-7, 6-4. Okay, so here's a little bit. So you can see the Giants are 6-4. So even though it says 4-6, it's actually the opposite side. So the Giants are on the 6, and the Braves are on the 4. All right. So now if you go there, Braves are 3-7, and then the opposite is Giants. So right away, right here, the Giants, when they've played the Braves, it's 6-4, and then Giants in general are 6-4, and then the Braves are 3-7. So I want to write down the Giants. Okay. And then over-unders don't show much, and that's it. All right, now, if you like this sort of information, make sure you follow us and subscribe. There's also a link in the description, so we can send you all this information to your email every single day. There's also VIP picks where I just send you the picks, and you don't have to even look at all this data. However, if you'd like to look at all this data, then we have that option under Scraper. So let's keep going here. I'm going to show you the Tigers. I'm going to look at the research for the Tigers and show you if I'm going to decide to place this bet or not with the Tigers money line. Okay, again, I already had mentioned the Skewball, however you say his name. He's a very good pitcher. As you can see the record, I'm already looking at this season. He's 13-4, which is amazing. ERA of 2.57 against. He's pretty even against Seattle. Overall, he's a very good pitcher. He's probably one of the best in baseball right now. So I'm looking at that for sure. Now let's go into the Detroit Tigers themselves. So as you can see here, it's showing me that the win-loss ratio is 60%. So they've only won 40% of the games. So which is contradicting to what the other thing shows, which is 70% but this is not the last 10 games. So first thing I want to look at is, after this, is the insights. So the Tigers, they're 4-9, which is 30% in the last 13 games as an underdog. I don't know why it's saying it's an underdog. They must have started as an underdog and now they've become favorite. I don't know. But right now, it's not looking good already. So let's see. All right, so there's no clear indication that I should go with the Tigers at all. I'm looking over here now for the pro report, and there is nothing here. As you can see, some of these games over here, they give you the sharp money, where the sharp money where the professional money's at, and then the public money where the public money's at. For the Tigers, however, there's nothing here. It's indicating pretty even overall. Then over here, I'm looking at the public betting, and again, it's on the public betting, it's pretty even. So for now, I'm just going to stay away from this game. There's nothing that really tells me that I should go with them. Skewball is a great pitcher, but he doesn't pitch the entire game, obviously. So I might look at doing the first 5 innings at this point, but I'm going to skip this game. There's nothing that's really showing me a strong indication that I should go with the Tigers. As you can even see here, it's actually going the opposite way. They started at a -110 and now it's at -108. So they were favorites and now they're becoming underdogs. So I mean, they're not underdogs now, but my point is that there's no clear indication that I should go with the Tigers. I hope this makes sense. Again, if you like this sort of information, make sure you subscribe. And then we have VIP picks, as well as we have the data scrapers, and all that stuff is in the description. make sure you follow. Thank you.